Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I am here today, kind of just, playing around because, I did a folio and somebody said it kind of looked hard before they even tried it. But as most of you know, I don't craft hard because I'm a lazy crafter. So, um, so I was like, no, I don't do anything hard. Well, then somebody asked me, well, you make it look easy. Well, they said you make it look easy because you just give us the measurements and you blow through the project, which I do. But when I'm creating these folios, I don't take that long to create them either, because I don't like to watch a tutorial that's like an hour long. I know that sounds horrible, but I get distracted easily. So there you go. This is how I figure out my folios. I pick the paper color I want, which this is Daffodil Delight. And I'll find a paper that matches afterwards. I just felt a little yellowy today. Okay. And then I just take my scratch paper and I'm just like, okay, I know my folio is going to be a minimum of this. Okay. Just like my fold flat box template, this is going to be a minimum of this. Repetition, everything. Then I decide on the size. Like, I want this one to be, I don't know, what was the size of the other one? Last week was 5.5 by 8.5. Let's do, to fit 3x4 photos. So let's do 3.5 by 4.5. These are going to be sized for 3x4 photos. Okay. So I know I need this. And then I always like a folio that has a short piece. I don't know. That's just my thing. I like the short pieces. I think they're super cute. They're kind of useless because you can't really put nothing on it, but I like them. So there you go. I think I like the color blocking of it. I don't know. That's what I like. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make that, let's see. I'm going to make it 2 inches. All right. My spine, I typically do either 1 inch or 1/2 inch. Let's do 1 inch. Why? I don't know. That's just what I felt like right now. Okay, so I'm going to math this out. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, wait, I can do on one sheet of paper by 4.5. Okay, so what I'm going to do is measure. I'm going to score it at 3.5, 4.5, 11, 10, 9, 8, 8 and 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there you go. That's how I do it, guys. And then when I get all that scored, I'm going to see if what I want inside. If I want a waterfall, which I love waterfalls. Love, love, love waterfalls. So more than likely, I'm going to do a waterfall. So 3.5, 4.5, 8 and 9. It's hot in here. 8 and 9. Right. Oh, and I didn't even cut it to 4.5. I just started scoring. So 4.5. Oh, look, I can make a little baby folio out of this. Keeping it. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at how cute this little folio for 2x3 pictures. Twofer. So we're going to have a folio for 3x4s and a folios for 2x3s, all from one sheet of paper. Yes, I get excited like this when I'm crafting. I comment down for tutorials, but And I just had Texas Roadhouse, which is my favorite. I filled up on biscuits and had to bring my food home. And then David needed gas on the way home. And so he goes to the Shell that's right next door to Dairy Queen. And yes, I had me some Dairy Queen. So, hyped up. Okay, so here are our little shells. I'm so excited for this. This was such a happy accident. This other piece is 4 by 11. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to leave the little baby over there. All right, we're going to focus on here. Now, you can have your flap open to the right or open to the left if you're using cardstock. Obviously, if you have directional paper, you're going to have to go by whatever side your direction is, right? All right, so let me see. I can do a waterfall. So this is 3.5 by 4.5. So I can do 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 is what my waterfall is going to be. So I need mine to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I need this to be 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. I'm going to do, I don't know how many I can make out of that. And then I'm going to score it on the long side at half. Okay. So, let's see. 3 1/4. Oh my gosh, I did 3 and an X. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. 4 3/4. I'm trying to see how to best save my paper. Okay, so 4 3/4. 1/2 inch score. And then cut this down to 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 1/4. I could save this for like a belly band or something. Set it to the side. Okay, now what I'm going to do is okay, so I can only fit 2 in there, and that's still going to go over the edge. Okay, so we're not going to have a waterfall. Sorry about my luck. Can't have a waterfall, but I can use these flaps here and here, and I'm going to put this flap. Yep. Can I fold that up in there? Let's see. Yep. So those 2 flaps are going to go there. This flap is going to go here. And then I want a accordion because I can't have a waterfall. So no waterfall. These are just going to be flaps. I like to write in red or pink to let me know that I changed my original idea. So let's do an accordion with what's left here. What size is this? Ruler somewhere. I have like 8 rulers and I can never find them because I just throw them everywhere. Okay, this is... Okay. So I'm going to have to mark this down 3 1/4. Let me see something here. Yes, I'm using my good paper when I do this because I'm okay with that. So 3 1/4. So oh, my little thing fell off. Where do you go? One of these fell off, but I have no idea where it goes to. Okay, well, you're just going to go here. Nope. See, I get distracted so easily. I have no idea where this goes. All right, it's going to go. Right. Oh, no, I found it. I found it right here. Okay. Great. So that was 3 1/4. I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. and then again at 4 1/4. And now I have what? Okay, I have this. All right, what can I turn this into? What can I? Absolutely. And I'm going to cut this down to 1/2 inch right here. Okay. Here we go. So I can still have my waterfall, but it's going to be a flip. A boom, boom. Got it. Okay, so my flip. All right, so we needed 3 of those. My flip is 9 by 3 1/4, scored on the long side at 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. Okay, let's do it. Do I want to put it on the bottom or do I want to put it on the top? Let's put it on the bottom. So that way when I flip down, yep. Okay, cool. So we got that, we got that. We can add, but you know what? I don't want to. That's it. We're good. So now we're just going to go ahead and mat this, which I'm not going to do the matting on camera because it's not my strongest skill set, but I will put these measurements in the description box. I'm not going to do another tutorial video on this, but put your flaps as best as you can in the middle. I'm going to put one on the bottom. Oh no. Okay, undo. I dropped it and it's off the paper. This is undo. You can get it at undo.com or Amazon if you're only going to get 1 bottle of it. Let that dry. This is still sticky, so be careful. And then, so while that's drying, I'm going to put my top piece up. Yeah, this video is chaotic, but this is how I create. And yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the top, but I got to work upside down. So that's it. All right, so the bottom one has dried, and so we're going to replace that one perfectly using that same tape that's down there, because undo does not make the tape unsticky. All right, so there's our little beep beep. Super fun. Now let's go ahead and put this guy down. So I mountain folded the 1/2 inch piece, and I valley folded the other score mark. Like so. So that was a mountain. This was a valley. I'm going to put this at the bottom as best as I can. Like so. Make sure that's down. You can add magnets if you want, but I think just with creasing it really well and the weight of the paper is going to make it stay. And then you can choose if you want to add more. You can add more flaps out, but I think I'm just going to add more because I did that 1 inch spine. I'm wishing I did a 1/2 inch spine, to be honest. All right, so because we have such a thick spine, we have so much more room. We are going to add, what are we going to add? What are we going to add? I really don't want to add anything. Let's add thing on the spines. How about that? Okay, let's get another piece of paper. Let's cut, we can add a waterfall, a faux kind of waterfall. So we can do probably 2, let's see, where's the pen? Pencil. Things I'm not sure of are going to go on pencil over here. 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, short side by half. Yeah, 3 3/4. 3 3/4. That was too short. And then half. And half. And fold. And fold. And tape and tape. And we're going to put these in the spine. Something that I don't typically do. But because I made such a thick spine, because I thought I was going to do waterfalls, let's take advantage of this real estate. Yep. So I'm going to put this. And I don't know if this is going to work. That. And I'm going to put this up against here. As long as this doesn't go over that score line, which it kind of does, so I'm just going to take my Teflon scissors and cut a little bit of that off. And I'm going to stick that right next to it. And I'm going to add the same to this right here. So let's see, what did I say that measurement was? 4 1/4, which I already know this is, and then 3 3/4, and 3 3/4, scored at 1/2 inch, and scored at 1/2 inch, and I'm actually going to cut off a tiny bit of that. This is probably like 1/4 inch. I don't know. I probably should have cut it after I put the tape on there. Now I gotta find my smaller tape. Here we go. So yeah, it's just slightly bigger than 1/4 inch. Okay, and I'm going to add that to my spine, which it should be fine. And I'm going to do the same exact to the other piece for my smaller folio. Just make my measurements smaller. Okay, there's that. And there is that. Okay, so now my folio looks super cool from the top. You can add your magnets here. Oh, it's kind of like a pop-up. I like that. Alright, so that is it. That's what I'm going to do. This is how I create. There's nothing hard about anything that I make. These are just adding flips and flops. Alright, guys. I will mat and show you my final project. Okay, so here is how I matted it. It came out absolutely gorgeous. This is a retired Stampin' Up! Paper. It is Hues of Happiness. It has stamps and dies that came with it. Yeah, so I can, you know, get the dies and some stamps and decorate more. But here is the final. So when you open it up, you have your first flip. I left the backs blank so you can put your 3x4 photos on the back. Maybe a 2x3 on the front if you still want to see the paper. So that works out perfectly. And this was an actual 3x4. So see how that fits on there just perfectly with a little bit of border. You can put it on the paper, but you see it just shows barely 1/8 of an inch. But that's up to you. You can have your little displays. And then this one opens up. I did matte both because I think that would look cute. With the watercolor paper around it. Or again, your smaller pictures, your journaling. You could journal down there. And then you pop up. You have your room for your full 3x4 here. That closes back up, and then you have your next couple of flips, and then you have your pull out down here. So I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. Like you can put your picture, there you go, or journal, whatever you want to do. And then you just make sure your flips come back. And there you go. I haven't done anything with the smaller one. I will do that probably in a different video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.